interview with Gox. AgilTV.org. Nixon. Peace out.
It's end of day 2 here in Kiev. Fnatic once again on top of the group stage. Sitting here with Gox. Let's go over the results. I mean, pretty convincing. Which match did you fear the most going into this group?
Well, I think we feared the most was Mouse Sports, because we felt on the internet they were very good, but also we kind of figured that their communication was gonna lack a bit now in the beginning with Sonic, of course. They don't have the close languages like Denmark and Sweden like we do with Freeze, so for us it was much easier than for them. So I can figure they have a lot of problems with the communication, but we feared Mouse Sports the most.
The last match you finished in the group was against Moscow 5 on train. 16-12, I believe. They've had a quite good year last year, like the finish of the year, third at World Cyber Games. They've won some tournaments. Do you think they can do any damage in the playoffs?
Yeah, I think they play a lot on individual skills, so they are a lot, like if they have a good day, they are really good and you pretty much can't beat them because they just hit all their shots. And if they have a bad day individually, they have nothing to fall back on. It feels like that at least. So yeah, I think if they have a good day, they probably beat anyone.
Do you think if they had a bad day on train? I mean, usually they're pretty strong as CT, but you seem to have things figured out at ST. I mean, how did you feel this match? Yeah,
well, we felt like we knew how they play because we met them a lot of times on train. They usually like to play train, so we knew how they play. They didn't change a lot, and we just tried to play like against what they did the last time. So what we did wrong last time, we just did it right and we worked on them. So it was nice.
And then the match against WinFact, any comments?
Yeah, well, it was a lot harder than I thought because we lost a crucial Deagle Echo to them, which made it 1-1. When we won the pistols, we pretty much lost the pistol, and the momentum just swinged all over to them, and it was pretty hard from there, but we managed to get up.
With top spot in this group, you will be up against Navi in the semifinals, a best of 3. Expectations?
We expect them to shoot really hard because we have seen them practice a lot, so well, it's probably going to be a really hard match, but hopefully we will manage to go on top.
You finished last year with a victory. How have you guys been preparing for the new year? How long have you been training for this specific event? Yeah, tell us about your vacations and stuff.
Yeah, well, after DreamHack we had, of course, some days off with Christmas and everything, and then right after New Year's I think we started to practice a bit, so for almost 3 weeks we have been practicing. So yeah, pretty regular. We started out slow and then some more intense practicing days later on.
Do you feel you could have prepared better?
Nah, I don't know, maybe played a little bit more individually. I tend to play a lot of other games on my free time, so yeah.
A lot of teams tend to have a boot camp, like sit together before any big tournaments. As far as I know, you didn't have a boot camp this time. Could you explain in like really short how you gain something from a boot camp rather than sitting at home and playing from your own home?
Well, at boot camp is like no one does anything else than play CS. All focusing on CS, which is of course both good and bad, because you get a real big headache usually during boot camps because the only thing you do is sit in front of a computer. And the good part is of course that you focus so much on CS, so you're very tactically prepared. But sometimes it goes the bad way when you go to boot camp because you feel so mentally bad. I don't know. It feels really weird after boot camp, usually.
Do you feel that you can actually play too much before a tournament like this?
Not too much, rather how you play it. It's like if you play a lot of weeks, it's not too much, but if you like tend to play long days, like 2 weeks, and you play, then I think you can overplay.
In the other side of the bracket in the playoffs is SK against Moscow 5. As far as I heard yesterday, the SK guys were saying they hope they wouldn't face you guys in the semi-final. Let's say you both win your semi-finals, you will meet up in the final.
Yeah.
Will that be a good final for you guys?
Of course, it will be very fun for us. We haven't faced SK with the new lineup, so somehow we managed to not face each other, but it will be awesome to play against them. They're a very good team. Of course, they won a lot last year, so... But yeah, it will be really nice to face them in the final.
You weren't on the team last year when they won here in Kiev. Has any of the other guys expressed, like, if it's important or anything to win here again?
Nothing like that. We take it like a big tournament as every tournament else. We just prepare very much and then we play hard and try to do our best.
You've been in Kiev for quite a few times now, and quite a few times in this location. It's one of the few events where there's actually a lot of local fans showing up, want to take photos and stuff. Are the fans in Ukraine specifically different than the ones you meet in Sweden or anything like all over the world? Are they different, or?
I think they are nicer, and somehow they aren't like that cocky like Swedish people are. They think they are something. They're nice people here, so I think that's the big difference. They're very nice when they come up to you and they ask kindly. So yeah, I like the people here.
I don't have any more questions or anything to talk about. Is like anything you would like to add?
I just like to add that as well new, we have a new sponsor called Raid Call, so I'd like to thank them for all the support they're giving us, and then of course all the fans.
That's it for this interview. Stay tuned for more interviews coming up on HLTV.org, and yeah, playoff tomorrow. Make sure to tune in.